Matrices, matrix notation. A whole matrix can be denoted by a single general element enclosed in brackets or by a single bold type letter. If you have a graph where you have your x-axis and y-axis and you got a unit division, so that's 1 2 3 4 1 2, you could represent the x-axis by I notation as a unit vector, and we can represent the y-axis as J notation. Again, that's a unit vector in the y direction, and that would be a unit vector in the x direction. Naturally, you write coordinate x, y, and this will be I and j in terms of matrix and vector. If I have a matrix A, and that matrix can be written as little a in this notation, where this is a 3 by 3 matrix, 3 rows, and that's that 3, and 3 columns, and that's that 3. And we can represent this matrix using little a, I, and j, which means this is the x direction and this is the y direction. You can see I represent the row in the x direction and j represent the y, the column in the y direction. Writing these metrics like that is not acceptable because the I and j need to be subscript like that. So it's got to be written, this is not acceptable, this is acceptable, as a bold letter A in bracket. So that matrix can be written as that, or like that, or like that. This is showing all the elements in the matrix. The first element is A1, 1 row, 1 column, 1 row, 2 column, 1 row, 3 column, second row, first column, second row, second column, second row, third column, third row, first column, third row, second column, third row, third column. If you have a matrix A, now you know we can represent it using the lower a, showing the elements of the matrix A. Let's assume these are the elements of matrix A. The element 6 is in a position A11. The element -5 is in a position A12. And that's what this is representing. And if you have a matrix X, you can use lowercase x and do xij subscript, or you can represent it as bold X lowercase in brackets. And this matrix X is a column matrix. How do we represent that? Using X, I, and J. Well, the column matrix can be represented as Xi because the J is equal to 1. When J is equal to 1, the Ij becomes I times 1, and that becomes Xi. So that's why this is represented as Xi rather than Xij. This is a column matrix and is represented as Xi. For matrix X, we can also write it as a row matrix, where the row matrix here can be represented using Xj because the I is equal to 1 and we have Xij. This should be lowercase, and that Xij will be equal to x1 times j, and that becomes xj. So the row matrix here is xj. That means you got 3 columns. You got 3 columns. This is 1 by 3. 1 row, 3 columns. Also, if you have a matrix B, that would be lowercase b, ij, which is B in bracket. An example will be you got B11, B12, B13, B21, B22, B23. This is 2 by 3 matrix. Single element matrix is when you have a matrix with a single value, a single element. Example could be maybe 2 or any number here, but a single number. So that is what that indicates. So if you have any number on its own is a single element matrix. But what we've been doing earlier were an example of a double suffix notation matrix, where you have lowercase a, I, j, and a can be written as this. So this is I1, J1, I1, J2, I1, J3. So this is an example of a double suffix notation. Pause and answer these questions. Question A is asking for the element 3 position. This first position is A11, A12, A13, A14, A21, A22, A23, A24. So that position is A24. Question B is asking for the position of element -1. And the element -1 is here. This is A44. Question C is asking for the position of element 9. This is 9 here. That would be A42.